What's up, everybody, and thank you for listening to Mastering the Mindset. My name is Dariusdotch, and I'm an actor, hip-hop artist, and fitness and life coach. And I'm here to personally help you train and improve your mindset so that you can, 1, become the best version of yourself mentally, and 2, gain focus and motivation to be able to take action and achieve the success in life that you want and deserve. Before we get started, please like and subscribe to my channel, and at the end of this episode, if you liked it, please share it with a friend or a loved one or someone who would benefit from hearing this message. I'm so glad you're here, and I'm ready to go on this journey with you, and that journey begins now. All right, and welcome back to another episode. This is going to be another one of those short episodes. I'm going to keep it short and sweet, and I'm going to jump right in. And I think it's a really important one, and it's actually something I'm experiencing right now, and the timing of this concept is perfect timing for me. So let me know if you connect with this as well. So I've been in this season where I feel a little off, and I'm not totally myself right now, and I'm kind of moving into a season where I'm mentally ready to get back in. I came to a point before I'm ready to get back in, where I kind of hit a wall. And you know that wall where you've been really on top of things, you've been super productive, really working and getting things done, and you maybe have a lot on your plate, but you're still killing it. You doing the damn thing. And then you hit that wall and you basically burn out. Energy is harder to come by. You're not nearly as productive as you used to be. It's way harder to get motivation. You're not as disciplined. And right now, I'm slowly coming out of that stage with all this. What happened is I had to take somewhat of a break. Now, if you follow me on social media, if you notice, maybe you do, maybe you don't, but I ain't really been posting. Well, I haven't been for what feels like damn near a month, right? Now, I might post a photo or something once a week, but when it comes to my edited content, my content that's specifically meant to promote my music or this podcast or motivational posts or stuff about my workout program, I just been in a season where I just needed to rest. And I had to give myself grace that, hey, Dotch, you've been going hard for a while and you got a lot going on. Right now, you need to listen to your body and your brain and just go sit down for a second. And it's okay. It's okay to have this moment. So whether that's a week or a month, it's okay to slow down and adjust to the season you're in. Now, of course, I haven't been completely stagnant, right? I have to at least do my maintenance work to keep it all going. But right now, that's a lot. That's plenty for me right now. And that's enough to have me needing to have more of a mental rest. And that happens. But now I'm feeling my mojo, whatever, and I'm starting to come back and I'm ready to jump back in full speed. But I really have to be focused and intentional about my mindset right now. And maybe you can connect with this. Maybe you've been navigating some setbacks. Maybe you're moving through a tough season. Maybe you're at the end of that tough season. And you're like, okay, cool. New mindset. I'm ready to get it in. And that's a great place to be in. When you're ready to light that fire under yourself and jump back in and use that motivation as a fuel for that fire and get going. But at the same time, I think it's important to know that you really should stay steadfast so you can actually sustain the results that you want for your goals. Because sometimes we think we can just jump back in full throttle, full speed. And maybe we can, but that doesn't mean that we necessarily should, because sometimes it's actually counterproductive to go from a dead stop to a full-blown go mode. Because what happens is you risk burnout or feeling like a failure that you're just not capable of sustaining that level, that mode that you were in when you were actually in a whole different season. Of course, you can't do it again right now. You're in a different season. And one thing you don't want to do, especially as we're working on ourselves and improving our mindsets, is to be all in and confident about being all in and then being all out again and going back and forth. Like somebody driving a stick shift for the first time. They got this excitement. They hit the gas going up a hill and come to a complete stop. Hit the gas again, accelerate, then another stop. Back and forth. Now, I can't drive stick shift, but that is a pretty good analogy about how exhausting and uncomfortable this stuff can be. When you start something and you jump back in and say, yeah, here we go. Let's go. I got it. Full go, full speed. And then you get burned out and you have to stop completely. You have to park the car. And then having to move that parked car, which is harder to get moving, right? You have to muster up all, wow. muster up, slow down, Dutch. You got to muster up all that energy again. And this is what we need to avoid. We need to avoid this by not setting ourselves up to get burned out from going 0 to full speed. And it's even harder because what we're doing is setting ourselves up unintentionally. We're sabotaging ourselves to feel like a failure because we have these expectations for ourselves, right? And when we don't meet those expectations, we think we can just go from 0 to full speed and then we crash and we burn because we try to go from an off season to jumping back in to where we used to be months ago. And it ends up being too much for us all at once. And we just aren't in the same place mentally. Then what happens is we beat ourselves up. We feel like we're not capable or it's just too hard and we get discouraged. And I don't want that for you. For us. Because let me tell you, I've definitely been there and that happens. What happens is we fall on our face and we tell ourselves that we failed. And then your brain starts to look for and highlight all the supporting evidence to prove that belief to be true, to prove that you're a failure. And it's going to look for as much evidence as it can of ways that you're dropping the ball. And it's going to make you feel like crap. Now, instead, if you didn't try to go from 0 to full speed or even from 20 to full speed, and you had the intention to gradually increase to slowly and eventually get back up to that point where you're able to manage and be in cruise control, it's going to feel so much better. And you'll feel more confident and more excited because once you gradually get back to that speed, that level that you can sustain it all, your best, then you can crank up the volume from there when you're in a season where you're ready for it. Now, whether that's with health goals or business goals, how you're showing up in your relationships with your family, whatever it may be, depending on that season that you're in. And a really easy example of this, which is having workout goals. And we've all been there. And that's with any workout program. You start off strong, you're getting the workouts in, you're getting the workouts done, you're being consistent. Then eventually you hit a wall. Whatever that wall may be, and you're at a 0. And when you're ready to get back in, you might have made a mistake of trying to jump back in full speed to that level that you were previously at because you know that you can do it because you were doing it. Then what happens? You get sore as hell. The workouts feel harder. They get even harder to finish. You have less motivation than before. And you kind of end up at a 0 or close to it again. Why? Because you tried to jump back in. And that's only going to discourage you even more. And the same thing applies for not just workout stuff, but a lot of different things. Same thing applies for things outside of fitness and health. Maybe you're trying to build a business or a side hustle and you have goals, these massive goals, and you crank it up to 100 to full speed. Could you instead gradually start to increase the amount of work that you start putting in to find that minimum baseline to sustain even when life feels crazy, right? Like for me, like I said, for the past going on close to a month, I've only been doing maintenance work, things to keep the podcast going, things to keep the workout program going, things to sustain the music I'm working on, right? I'm not in the full production mode that I used to be in. I'm just sustaining, doing a bare minimum. Well, not the bare minimum, but I'm doing a steady amount that I can maintain and control and not be burnt out on. And then when you're in that season, when you can really turn up and go hard with it, then you'll really be able to crank it up. And let's say if you're in a corporate job, right, or coming back from maternity leave, or you had a really bad month of being swamped and overwhelmed, and then you're ready to go, okay, jumping back in, I'm ready. It's not fair to yourself to have those expectations that you can just jump back in full speed. You have to gradually start to increase, to add more. Because when you do jump back in, you will be getting things done. And what's going to happen is you're going to rob yourself of feeling like you're winning, right? And that's a feeling that you can give yourself by gradually increasing the workload and checking those things off, gradually increasing how much you do, right? So focus on how you can get better each day, how you can slowly move the needle forward and stack those days together. And then keep stacking them. And you'll look back and see that you use this season that you're in as an opportunity to build yourself back up. And you'll gain that confidence all over again. Some of that confidence that kind of dwindled away over time, right? When you tried to jump back in and do it and you couldn't. Or you couldn't sustain it and it felt so hard. You will lose that confidence that way, right? And that's the last thing I want. And also what I don't want is for us to get to that next level, to get to that goal, to get that thing we're trying to accomplish and look back and be like, damn, that was really, really hard. I don't know if I want to go to the next level because that's going to be even more draining, right? So moving forward, don't think of it as getting back on track. Think of it as building a new track in a new season. Whatever it is you have going on in life right now, how can you show up for yourself and start to build that confidence and increase the speed gradually and keep it steady? And really to give yourself a whole lot of grace, the same grace that you give other people freely and easily. We have to give that grace to ourselves, especially in the season when we're trying to get back on track. We don't want to unintentionally self-sabotage ourselves. So let's show up for ourselves. Let's find those opportunities to build ourselves up and stack those wins. So that's it for today. Ended up not being as short of an episode as I thought it would be, but that's okay because you listened anyway, and I appreciate that. And like I always say, man, if you enjoy the things I have to post, the things I talk about, and if you know anybody that would really benefit from hearing this, please share it with them. Please share this on social media. Make sure you tag me. I'm really trying to grow this podcast. Thank you so much. I appreciate all your time and your attention. And with that, I leave you with a song. Yeah. See, I feel so alive right now. You know.
Ill will make the beat.
Baby, you got this frown on your face. It's like, listen, you got to get right with yourself before you can get right with anybody else. That ain't game. Marcus Wilson said that. I feel so alive. Had to put my little chain on. And I felt like getting dressed, so I got fresh. I ain't got no stain on. They wanna cut my wings and take my halo. They tried to get me, they came close. Police caught me slipping, got my name in the system. Yeah, I be fine, I'm an optimist. In my prime like optimist. I'm feeling alive, if you ain't feeling my vibe, I don't give a damn. That should be obvious. It's Dotch, and it's my night. So I flip the switch and turn on my limelight. I shine bright, like the sun ruin your eyesight. But I can see clearly now, unfortunately from hindsight. But I'll be alright, yeah. And my bar's always cold as ice cream. Like what would you do for a Klondike? All I wanted was an audience. All she wants is my free time. She'll understand how hard it is. I'm chasing my dreams, baby. So I gotta put my all in this. You don't need a cardiologist. You can see I put my heart in this. Ain't nobody going hard as this. I know that when I started this. But yeah, I pick up this mic, I'm the sickest. And I be writing prescriptions. It got me feeling like a pharmacist. I do it big like Notorious. And I'm down for whatever, baby. I'm with the shit like a toilet lid. You piss me off and get flushed. But I feel so alive right now. Loving your vibe right now. We look so fly right now. Maybe because I'm high right now. Nobody's a blessing. Feel like I'm in heaven, girl. I just die right now. I dive in your holy water. But I won't drown right now. Because I feel so alive. Yeah. I feel so alive. Yeah. They in my way like TSA, but they will not stop this. Cause I'm like a pilot. That mean I'm fly. Look at my outfit and suck my cockpit. Girl, I know we both got options, so let's be honest and keep it up front like table of contents. I'm not with that nonsense. I'm not trying to fool you, baby. From Louisiana, better be careful. I got that voodoo, baby. Come back to the crib. I don't got cable, but I got Hulu, baby. Come Netflix and chill with me. Don't lie, keep it real with me. I can tell you feeling me. Throw it at me, I will hit it. Bow. And I feel so alive right now. I'm so high off life right now. Probably shouldn't drive right now. And my nigga just came in town. Yeah, we finna go take it down. Yeah, we finna go act a clown. Don't record me, put your phone down. A cell phone is an eyewitness, that's snitching, man. I don't wanna be on Facebook or your Snapchat or your Instagram. I can't let this hit the net, acting like it's the Wimbledon. I ain't saying I'm innocent, but I am a businessman. And I got an image now. Yeah, and I got a drink in my hand right now that I gotta finish now. Yeah, and I got a lot of patience, girl, but I got a limit. Yeah, I gotta show them I'm not really playing like I gotta scrimmage. I never hate them niggas, cause I'm not a bigot. Everybody wanna give they 2 cents. So guess what? I got a lot of pennies, but so what? I'm already winning, I pulled you, and I get up in it. I make it juicy, you calling me bigot. But that's later on when I call Uber to take us home. Cause girl, I feel so alive right now. Loving your vibe right now. We look so fly right now. Maybe because I'm high right now. Nobody's a blessing, feel like I'm in heaven, girl. I just die right now. I dive in your holy water, but I won't drown right now. Cause I feel so alive. Yeah. I feel so alive.